Hi, I'm Theo,
And I'm Scarlett.
and welcome to the Theo's Book Club podcast, where we talk about queer books.
And shouting syphilis in public.
Today's book is Improbable Magic for Cynical Witches by Kate Scelsa.
Make sure you check out our website, theosbookclub.com, for more of Theo's thoughts on the book. You can find a link to get your own copy of the book, and you can join the conversation in the forums.
And if you're like Scarlett and prefer to read with your ears, you can check out theosbookclub.com/audible, where you can sign up for a free trial and get access to all your favorite books.
That's theosbookclub.com/audible to start a free trial and support the podcast.
And the best part is, you get a free book download that you can keep forever.
So please share this with literally every single person you know. Like, subscribe, and maybe even leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
Now, off to the episode.
Queer books and queer topics and queer people that won't stop talking. So read and chat it up at Theo's Book Club.
Ooh,
Are you scared?
it's almost Halloween.
Did the pumpkin scare you?
This specifically
Yeah,
frightened me.
I believe
It's
it.
the glasses.
A blind pumpkin.
Nope. Nope. It's almost Halloween.
Wow.
I
What
love
are you gonna
Halloween.
be?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be well, I'm trying to plan a couple costumes.
Uh-huh.
Why are you rolling your eyes already?
I can't wait to hear where they are.
For sure, the one that I have is Jonathan Larson. For those who don't know,
That's me.
He's-
I'm the one who doesn't know.
You don't know who Jonathan Larson is. So he is the composer of Rent,
Oh,
and the movie Tick Tick Boom
Yeah, no,
is
I know.
about Jonathan
I know.
Larson, so played by Andrew Garfield.
Oh,
So I ordered the Moondance Diner shirt. So that's what I'm gonna be for Halloween.
what's the other ones?
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
You
I've-
should do.
I've
You
very
should do like
limited
a
time to figure
series
it
of
out.
Andrew Garfield characters.
So Spider-Man. That's
What else has he
all I
been
know.
in?
Oh, I could be his guy from The Social Network.
Oh, not Mark Zuckerberg.
No, the one that he plays.
Yeah,
That's 3 costumes. There you go. I think I have my
That's-
other 2 now.
that's good.
Yeah.
Is he in any other films?
Oh, plenty. Don't ask me to name them.
Cool. Nice. What's the book we're talking about today?
You didn't give me a chance to ask you what you're going to be for Halloween.
Oh, I have a pair of Minnie Mouse ears that I wear every year, have done for about 5 or 6 now, so I'll be Minnie again.
Okay.
Aren't you glad you asked?
Very glad. I mean, that's the answer I expected. So,
Well, yeah, because you've seen me at Halloween.
oh, and just know who you are as a person.
I look really good in my Minnie Mouse ears. I bought them at Disney World when I was 12, and I have the same size head since then. Big. Anyway, how about book?
Today we're talking about Improbable Magic for Cynical Witches by Kate Scelsa.
I'm trying really hard not to say Impractical Magic.
Oh, you're going to say it anyway, so
Yeah.
might as well get it out of your system right now.
No, I'm going to talk about it later.
Oh, okay. So put a pin in that, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, you know what you got to do, obviously. You're going to describe the
please do
plot
it.
based on the cover of the book alone.
Okay, here's the cover for those listening. The title is in a white circle that kind of looks like a star or a sun sort of thing. And on the other side there's trees, and then there's a couple standing at in a circle of small candles, looking lovingly into each other's eyes. I think the improbable magic
Mm-hmm.
is the magic of love. And I think the cynical witches are these 2 lesbians who think they'll never find love.
Interesting.
Did I absolutely nail it or what?
Not quite.
But I was really close.
I mean, I guess you're not far off.
I won.
And that's the
But they
episode.
they do it in a forest. That's
Exclusively.
crucial.
Right.
Well, that's why there's all those trees there
Right.
while doing a séance.
Oh, a séance.
Right?
What? Come again?
Je suis
Mm.
France. Ouais. I'm bilingual.
Yeah. Do you want to say something else in French?
No, nailed it.
I'm going to read you the synopsis
Oh, please do.
of the book.
As ASMR. French, in a French accent. ASMR. Go. It'll be so spooky for Halloween.
17
I'm so sorry. Please don't. Actually, please don't.
17-year-old Eleanor is the last person in Salem to believe in witchcraft, or to think that her life could be transformed by mysterious forces. After losing her best friend and first love, Chloe, Eleanor has spent the past year in a haze, vowing to stay away from anything resembling romance. But when a handwritten guide to tarot arrives in the mail at the witchy souvenir store where Eleanor works, it seems to bring with it the message that magic is about to enter her life. Cynical Eleanor is quick to dismiss this promise until real-life witch Pix shows up with an unusual invitation. Inspired by the magic and mystery of the tarot, Eleanor decides to open herself up to Pix and her coven of witches, and even to the possibility of a new romance. But Eleanor's complicated history continues to haunt her. She will have to reckon with the old ghosts that threaten to destroy everything, even her chance at new love.
Salem, Massachusetts.
Salem, Massachusetts.
I've been there.
Oh, what'd you do there?
A ghost walk.
Was it fun?
It was like actually kind of spooky.
Actually, this leads into my next point. So tell me a bit more about that ghost walk.
Oh, it was like on a school trip. We did a school trip to Boston, and then as like one of the school, big air quotes on this, historical activities is doing like a ghost walk. So we went to Salem, and like half of it is like, and this is where the witches burned in the 1600s.
Right.
And then this is where someone was murdered yesterday. And so they're like, oh, it's, and then you're like walking around the town at night and someone's holding a lantern. I don't know. It's very touristy with, we're trying to scare you, but there's some real history.
Right. So this is actually kind of the whole point of the book is like Salem is now just this giant tourist trap.
Yeah.
Profiting off of a horrible tragedy of history.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that feels right.
So it's very apropos that you started with your
That I
class
did
trip
that,
to
yeah.
your school was like, we're gonna do a class trip,
Yay!
everyone. It's very appropriate that that's what you started with.
Yeah.
And it's like, and again, something I just don't usually think about is like, right, these were awful
Oh,
things
yeah.
that happened, and we're just like, oh, I'm gonna read The Crucible in school, and I
is-
would love to visit Salem, and I would love to go to the witchy store, and-
Yeah.
and buy my little witch hat, like, you know what I mean?
When in actuality, it's like, oh,
like-
the patriarchy's killing.
It's
these
like
people.
literally like abuse on women and like the
Yeah.
murder of innocent women.
Mm.
And the book does talk a lot about that. The most of the sites where these actual like hangings happened are not even there anymore.
Right.
So whatever you saw on that tour is just factually incorrect.
Oh,
Where they were like, and
what?
this is the
I'm sorry,
site of
what? The ghost tour in Salem isn't right?
No, but but when you say like your school's taking you there, it's like,
Yeah.
and let's learn the history of Salem. It's like,
We
well,
did-
don't do a ghost walk.
We did a ghost walk on every school trip we went on. I don't know if it was like our teacher just like thought it was fun watching teenagers be scared, but we would do a school trip at the end of every year with our music department. And in every city we went to, we would do like whatever their version of the spooky tour was. So like when we went to Boston, we did Salem. DC, we did like a haunted walk. We did a haunted walk in New York as well, I think. When we went to London, like in the UK, there was a Jack the Ripper tour where they like walk you around the city and they're like, and this is where he cut off the nose of this woman.
Oh my god.
And this is where he butchered these other women. Fun fact, did you know that Jack the Ripper cut off women's noses?
I've gathered.
Well, because that is like a symptom of the advanced stages of syphilis. And they think his mother had syphilis and that he did as well, because a lot of people at that time got it as like infants from their parents who couldn't be
Whoa.
cured because they didn't have penicillin.
Oh my god.
But the fun part of that story is that when we were in groups, you had a group sign so you could find each other in the crowd.
Right.
And ours became covering our noses with our hands
Yeah.
and yelling syphilis
Of-
in a crowd of people in London. So if you were in London in the year 2007,
You
sort
were
of around
accosted
April, May, and you
by
heard
Scarlet.
a bunch of Canadians yelling syphilis, it's probably me.
That's the fun twist of that story.
Well, it wasn't the murders. Anyway, should we talk about the book some more?
Yeah. Well, no, this is part of it though. Like I think ghost walks are fun until it's like the site of. I mean, I guess it's always tragedy, but like
Yeah.
for example, I did a ghost walk in Toronto, and it's like random kind of spooky locations.
Mhm.
You know, it's different. It feels different when it's like, and here's like literally like a bad, really awful thing that happened in history.
Yeah.
And we're doing a ghost walk.
Yeah. Fun bit of capitalism.
Oh, it's 100%. And that's so like Eleanor in the book works at like just a Halloween gift store,
Right.
just chock full of like witchy memorabilia,
Mhm.
and people will always buy that stuff. Like, I'm in Salem, I'm gonna get my little broomstick,
My little broom.
my little broomstick, and my little witch hat.
Oh gosh. Sounds like you're auditioning for Hocus Pocus 3.
I mean, I'll do anything in that franchise. I'll be anyone.
I'm trying to think of what the movie's about.
Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
The Sanderson sisters.
But I mean the plot.
Of which one? The
Oh,
first
I
or the
haven't
second?
seen the second one.
Second one's, I enjoyed it. It's nowhere near the, like, I guess the nostalgic quality of the first one.
Okay.
But like, I enjoyed it.
Oh, sweet. Should we go watch it
Yeah,
right now?
let's go watch it right now.
Sick.
Yeah.
We did a break.
Thank you.
Do you wear clothes? How about shirts? This is a really cool one from everybody on stage. They're sick. Watch this. Wow! You've never seen someone put on a shirt like that before. If you want to get one of these cool shirts, go to everybodyonstage.com/Theo and use the code Theo for 20% off. Theo's doing it.
One of the coolest parts about this book is every chapter is centered around a card from the tarot,
Okay.
which I wasn't super familiar with the tarot card.
Oh, is that why your little notes have the numbers?
I do. So yeah, for this one I took like my normal tabs, but also I like, if you can see, have numbered tabs on top that match like the tarot, which is
Neat.
really cool. And like
Yeah.
every chapter starts with one of the tarot cards. Like for example, the card 1, the Magician, has a little blurb that kind of ties into what happens in the chapter.
Oh, it
So
like
it's all-
explains the card
Yeah.
separate of the story and then gets into the story.
So
Oh,
it
that's
explains like
interesting.
the card itself.
Oh, that's cool.
like you would read in like the little manual that comes with the tarot
Yeah,
deck.
yeah.
And then the chapter, what happens in the chapter kind of follows
Like reflects that.
Yeah. So it goes in order so that Eleanor's journey throughout the novel kind of matches
It's
the
like-
journey of the tarot cards in order.
Oh, that's really neat.
It's really neat.
Oh, what a fun premise.
Yeah.
Does it come with tarot cards? Can you get ones
No,
that like match
that
the
would
book?
be really cool though. Kate Scelsa special edition with a tarot deck. Hello. I legitimately want that now. I would buy that. I love this book.
I'm
would
just
buy
a
that.
merch specialist now. I feel like every episode I'm like, you know what the merch is for this book? It's tarot. I'm not going to read or write the book, but I will make the merch.
And we need people for that.
I'm needed.
That was kind of sad.
Fuck you! What the hell?
I'm needed.
I was making a joke. Because you were talking down to me.
What? When?
And we need
we
people,
need people
for that.
We need people
Okay.
that are
And
very...
let's move along now
You
that you've called
started
me
it.
sad.
I did not call you sad. I said that was sad. But yes, learned a lot about the tarot, which was cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's something I want to like.
Are you going to learn to read the cards?
I might.
Oh.
I actually have a queer tarot deck I'm excited to kind of dive into.
Sounds gay.
It's very...
Love that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Does it
I'm
have pretty pictures?
It does. It has gorgeous art on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything with tarot?
Yeah, a couple times with friends.
Cool.
Do you have any interesting quotes that you like from the book,
Ooh.
Theo?
I actually like this, and this is going to lead us into like a whole other talking point. The ways in which control of the narrative is stolen from the victims who do not survive to write their own history books.
Whoa.
And the book kind of talks about that a lot. Like, you know, like the victims aren't the ones writing the history books.
I like that spin on that idea because so many people are like, whoever wins gets to tell the story. It's rare that you hear that it's not that they get to tell the story, it's they've stolen it from someone
Exactly.
else.
I
like that.
You've robbed the victims of
I
their
like
chance
that a
to tell.
lot.
The women who were murdered in Salem don't get to tell us the story.
Right.
We hear, oh my gosh, we got rid of the witches that were around. That's the story we're told. We're told that a bunch of people were threatened by the presence of witches. We don't-
AKA women who can read.
yeah. She put on a pair of glasses and was reading in the woods. Evil. Like,
Burn
Like
her.
literally. When we studied Salem in school, they literally were like, we're going
Did
to read...
we study Salem?
Yeah, we
in
read The
school?
Crucible. I
Oh.
read The Crucible.
I did not.
And they were like, that's it. That's the witch trials. That one play summarizes
That's all of it.
the Salem. And obviously the play doesn't talk about like violence against women
Right.
and what it actually was.
Hmm.
They're believed to actually have been witches. Well, every time we tell the story, we're like assuming that they were actually witches,
Right.
right?
Which, like, if they were, then it's religious persecution.
Exactly. It doesn't actually make it better.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's worse.
Yeah.
I do like the way the book frames this, and it's very relentless on it in a good way.
Okay.
And like Salem as a town pretends to have a relationship with history. This like capitalist version of Salem that exists with these like ghost walks and souvenirs is pretending it has this relationship with what actually happened there.
What do you mean pretend? Because I mean it is part of that history, but you mean they're changing the narrative of
Exactly.
how they
Yeah.
that they're not pretending they have the relationship, they're changing the narrative of what the relationship
Right.
was.
I think
Okay.
they're pretending to have a relationship with, I guess, a fake version of the history.
Okay, they're the victors stealing someone's story.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
like, we saved Salem from the evil witches. It's
Is
like,
that how they present it?
don't you think? If you're reading The Crucible, you should be on.
I've
the side
never
of-
read The Crucible. I don't know. My only knowledge of the Salem witch trials are this one ghost tour in Salem. And they were like,
I
oh,
think-
these people died and it was bad.
I think it's told from the perspective that we're supposed to side with the people who caught the witches.
Are you talking about The Crucible or like...
Just the general understanding of the Salem witch trials.
Interesting. I think it's evolved from the Crucible. Maybe I don't know what that's.
Well, I would hope so.
But I think generally people agree that it was bad that those women were murdered.
Oh no, I'm saying that as a general population now. Yes, I think we agree that.
Oh,
I'm
but
saying historically it's been presented.
Okay.
As,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're now at a place where we're like criticizing
I
how we've
understand
been
now.
telling the history of Salem.
Yes.
Because obviously, as a collective now, we're like, yeah, that was bad.
That was
Because
actually
for a
don't
very
do
long
that.
time, that wasn't the story that was being told.
Yes. I understand now.
Great.
I thought you meant like in this moment, people were like, "Thank God we killed those
Yeah.
witches."
Yeah. Well, woo. That was a close one.
Dodged a bullet there.
It's funny. You're funny.
I think we need to go to a break now since Theo has started lying to my face. I hope you're enjoying the podcast so far. We've really enjoyed talking to you about the books today. We just want to take this moment to let you know about Audible. Really fantastic service where you can actually listen to books. You don't have to read. How cool is that? If you go to theosbookclub.com/audible, that's theosbookclub.com/audible, you can start a free trial today. And the best part is you'll get to download a book and keep that one for free. So after you've heard it, you can hear it again whenever you want. Audible. Noise. Are they related to the people who were killed in the Salem trials? Is there do they have a connection to that?
I don't believe so. The reason that Pix and her cousin, who also is like the head of this coven, are come to Salem to fix some of the bad energy they feel. So that's what they're trying to do throughout the book, is they're trying to like heal Salem. But the thing they talk about often is like witch has been used as a derogatory term. They want to reclaim that because they identify as witches, right? They practice witchcraft in their own special ways. So was like one of them is like her magic is in her baking. I've realized that other people, even in my life, identify that way as well. And with witchcraft and as witches. I found myself recently like very cognitive of the fact when I say
I thought you were about to say, and people in my life also hate witches and use it in a derogatory way.
No. And I've caught myself using it in a derogatory way or just being like, oh, what a witch. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
I've never heard you say that, and also I think if you said that, I'd be like, "Oh, that's fun that we're using these old timey
right." But that's
words.
the point. It's like you don't realize it's derogatory now to use it negatively, as people use it positively now.
Yes. Yeah. Have you read? No, you probably haven't. Have you read "The Witches Are Coming"?
No.
By Lindsay West. It's one of the 3 books I've read this decade. Very good. But the premise of the title is that, it comes from a quote that Trump said was that there was a witch hunt against him,
right?
Which, like, obviously there wasn't. There was just consequences for his actions,
Yeah.
and that people were coming for him and that kind of thing. So she's like, okay, if the witches are coming for you or whatever, here they are.
Yeah.
And it's a series of essays about feminism in the world of Trump and being a fat television personality in that context and stuff. It's very good. But she has the beginning of it is a really interesting essay about the use of the word witch as misogyny.
Which it is.
Yeah.
And that's why that happened in the first place.
Yeah.
Have you read?
Look at me. I recommended a book.
It is spooky season.
Whoa. That's improbable magic, baby.
We found it.
You are the cynical witch.
I'm the cynical witch, and
I did the magic.
You are the improbable magic.
Yeah.
Have you read The Witches by Roald Dahl?
Probably. I think it was read to me as a kid.
Right. I was like, it's a children's book, so it's a safe bet that
it's
one of the last books you might have read.
Yeah, probably.
The other thing I like about the book too is the way Eleanor's journey is shaped throughout the novel. A big kind of accident happens with the girl she has a crush on, like in the past, and the information slowly revealed throughout the novel about like what happened and the situation. Because she like dropped out of high school because of it.
Oh, wow.
And like we don't know, it was like something must have really bad happened. But she's very much othered throughout the book.
Right.
So then at the end they compare her to, like, what did they say? In a town famous for scapegoats, I was a perfect target.
Oh.
So her journey kind of matches like feeling othered and,
right.
and being blamed for something she didn't do. And
interesting.
So it really kind of mirrors that. And then it's cool that the tarot deck is the one that kind of leads her through the journey. The way you are perceiving and experiencing being othered is similar to the Salem witch trials, but the way you're getting out of it is witchcraft.
Right.
It's a very cool,
that's really neat,
like, use of witchcraft and witchery in the book.
That's really cute. I like that.
I know. I like that a lot too. I also love.
Makes me want to go do tarot.
I know.
Maybe
right?
I'll order some BTS tarot cards from the internet.
And I bet those exist.
Oh, I'm sure there's millions.
You're like, I already have
I
them
can't
saved
even
in my
talk.
cart.
Oh yeah. I have 5 different versions on Etsy, ready to go.
Yeah. Because the way the tarots are used and explained in the book too, it's like these don't.
Which I'm just realizing now, like, what a capitalist thing to say. I'm gonna go do this thing that has absolutely nothing to do with witchcraft because, ooh, doesn't that sound fun? What an awful appropriative thing to say.
Yeah.
I take it back. I apologize to the witches of the world.
That's good for you.
Mm.
But the way the tarot is described and used in the book is like, you get to use this information the way you want to, right?
Mm.
The tarot's not predicting your future.
Mm.
It's kind of giving you options. It's kind of
It's
explaining.
It's like a helping,
Exactly.
a self-reflective aid.
What you do with the information is up to you,
Mm.
right? We all have choices. We all have different paths we can take. We can react to situations in different ways. The tarot's presenting you information, and what you do with that and how you move forward with that information is ultimately up to you.
Mm. That's nice.
Yeah. Reflected in our main character's journey as well.
Wow. That was a very, like, and I wrote a goddamn essay.
That's how I would. That's how I would.
in our main character's journey. Conclusion. Period.
Yeah.
100%.
100. I
Wow.
give it a 94.
I was gonna say 87, but
I'll take it.
I genuinely don't think I got a grade that high in English ever once.
Did you read the books?
I must have. Some of them.
I'm gonna take all of that as a no,
No, I think I read some books.
but not the Crucible.
No, that wasn't on the syllabus. No.
Wild that the syllabus changes so much, like by school.
Yeah, well, it's not specific. It's not specific in the province. It's like you have to
I know.
touch certain topics, but it doesn't have to be the same book.
No, I understand that, but it's
Oh.
like wild, like
True.
as if I read the Crucible and you just didn't.
No, we did The Chrysalis,
Oh,
Lord of the Flies.
I did Lord of the Flies.
One that I don't remember. Must not have read that one. I do remember there being an orgy in the middle of it and everyone being so scandalized. And then another one that I must not have read.
We're gonna talk about that off camera. I need to figure out what that book is. There's a high chance I read it too. I just can't think of it.
Mm. Oh, we read Brave New World. Yes. But no, we read another book that had an orgy in it.
I've not read Brave New World. It's on my bookcase.
I don't think I've read it either.
You wrote the whole essay on the orgy you heard happens in it.
You can just Google the synopsis. It's quite a famous book.
I also love that like queerness being magical is a theme of the book as well. It's
Oh,
just very cute.
yeah.
It's a very cute sapphic romance,
Mm.
and it is queerness is magic.
That almost sounded genuine. Queerness is magic. So
Oh,
go cast a spell, baby.
It was already bad before you added the second half, but
She's got taglines for days. I'm
Let's
gonna put it
spell
on
it.
a bumper sticker.
say it again.
I'm gonna put it on a bumper.
No, the tagline.
Queerness is magic. So go cast a spell.
T-shirt's coming soon.
You
I want it on
can't.
a
You
little-
can't tell me someone wouldn't buy that shirt.
I want a little tote bag.
You should. But quote me under it,
Me and my tote bags.
Scarlett.
Me and my tote bags. I went to get my monkeypox vaccine, and I walked right up to the door, and the guy went, "Monkeypox line's over there," because I have my little tote bag on.
That's so homophobic.
Well.
But like, true.
You can't tell me sashaying up with my tote bag.
Why were you sashaying through the
I
clinic?
think- That's just the way I walk.
Yikes. Do I have to say the plot again?
You do. Give us one more shot. What's this book about?
I stand by what I said the first time. The improbable magic is love and queerness, and the cynical witches are these two girls.
Well, Pix is not a cynical witch. Eleanor is.
Okay, Eleanor's the cynical witch, and Pix's queerness is magical.
You seem very proud of yourself.
It's really good.
Oh, I love spooky season. What?
You're like, yeah. Anyway, I'll do my own thing now.
I love.
You're a monster.
I love it.
Yeah, is Halloween your favorite?
I think like the fall
Festival?
I think the fall and Halloween in general are just like I
You
feel,
love death and decay.
No, I do love Halloween a lot.
I like the discounted candy the next day.
I gotta go get some before, like while it's still there now.
No, you do it. You do it on the day of Halloween.
I've tried
when
that
it's
last year and it was just like
discounted.
gone. It was like all gone. There's none left.
Okay, well, go buy candy. I'm not stopping you.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm
Okay,
going to.
bye. You gonna go
Yeah,
do
I'm
it?
gonna
Thanks so much for watching. And
Thanks.
next time we'll have a lot of candy with us.
have a really lovely Halloween, everyone.
Stay safe.
Yes, spooky.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Theo's Book Club is executive produced by Greg Carruthers for everybody on stage. This episode is written by Robert Popoli and Chelsea Jane Bray. Our producer is Janice Niles with production assistance by Alicia Tablin, directed by Greg Carruthers. Our theme song is written and performed by Robert Popoli and mixed and mastered by Rob Russo.
Theo'sBookClub.com